that we built this weekend. We're calling it our Pizza Delivery Accountability Contract. The use case here is that we wanted a pizza delivery service to be able to provide assurances that your pizza would be delivered on time. And we constructed a tiered approach to discounts on your order based on how late your pizza could be. And ultimately, with your pizza being an hour late, it being completely reimbursed. So I'm going to turn this over to Ethan, and he will demonstrate some simulated numbers that we have for you over here. We're simulating a pizza order for 27.99 ADA. For calculation purposes, we converted everything over to Lovelace. And here is Ethan.
All right, guys. So, as my partner Josh said, we got our pizza delivery accountability here, and we've already pre-configured some of our numbers here. So, once we start this simulation, the first thing it's going to do is come down in this when statement here, and it's going to make the initial deposit of 27.99 ADA from the seller to the buyer account. And here is the interesting part of this contract. The part that we thought about working into is that there's these like report systems, as we're like wanting to call it, sort of deal, where depending on how late or what time it arrives, the buyer or the person who orders the pizza can report that back and be like, hey, my pizza was 5 minutes late. And in terms of code, that's just a bound we have set up between 31 and 35. So they say their pizza got there at 32 minutes per se, right? So it's 5 minutes late. When we go down that path, what it's going to do is it's going to say, hey, the buyers chose that it's 32, right? 5 minutes late. So what is going to happen there is it's going to take, on 5 minutes late, it's going to take 5%. So as you can see here, 26.5905 ADA goes to the seller, goes to the pizza place, right? And then 1.3995 of that ADA goes back to the buyer, to the person who ordered the pizza. And so essentially in this system, there's the initial deposit that is made for the full listing price, right? And then depending on what time it is late, when it arrives, there will be a percentage refund made from that holding back to the buyer. And that's basically how all of this is working. Pretty simple tiered list, as Josh said. Nothing crazy going on here. We did have a little fun with it and said if it's running 30 minutes late or more, so we're estimating about an hour delivery time, you're looking at a full refund of ADA, which is pretty rad considering you're paying 27.99 ADA for some pizza, which at current price is quite a bit. But as you can see here, we did build it in Blockly, which will be mentioned in our dev post and our little history about us. The accessibility of Blockly is pretty sweet, and the fact that Marlowe Playground gave us the option to use it is also pretty rad. So we'll go ahead and leave it here, I think, with a little scroll down of some Blockly code for whoever's interested. Unless, Josh, do you got anything more you want to say?
Nothing much. It would probably be worthwhile to just take a quick look at the metadata. We also posted a copy of this up on our GitHub if you'd like to take a look at it further. But here is a just a quick look at what we've set up here. We just defined some choice descriptions, defined our slot parameters, our value parameters, etc. And thank you for reviewing our submission. And win or lose, we had a lot of fun messing around with this. Thank you.
Thank you.